History is a crime scene. The bodies are nations, the fingerprints are empires, and the truth? The truth isn't lost, it's hidden. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's a timeline with missing years, a map with erased continents, a story with stolen chapters. When Europe was drowning in the Dark Ages, Timbuktu held over 700,000 manuscripts, mathematics, astronomy, medicine, jurisprudence, knowledge that predicted eclipses, and mapped the stars with a precision Europe wouldn't achieve for centuries. But as colonial powers expanded, these archives were targeted. Portugal, France, Spain, entire libraries seized, smuggled, destroyed. They didn't just conquer land, they conquered memory. They say the richest man in history was Jeff Bezos, but that's a modern fantasy. The wealthiest person ever recorded was an African. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage shattered the global economy. Gold prices crashed, markets collapsed. Europe trembled because wealth meant power, and Africa had both. So why did the textbooks never mention him? Why did the BBC, National Curriculum, AP World History, skip a king who changed global finance? Beat. Because the world was built on a story. Europe rose first. Everyone else followed. Portugal's age of exploration didn't begin with discovery. It began with theft. African maritime maps and navigation techniques seized and replicated. Africa wasn't discovered, it was documented and then invaded. When Europeans found Great Zimbabwe, they were terrified, not by weapons, not by warriors, but by architecture. They could not accept an African civilization with mathematics, geometry, astronomy, and city planning more advanced than London at the time. So they rewrote the origin, they reassigned the credit, they buried the truth. In 1897, British forces raided Benin. They didn't just invade, they looted. They emptied royal palaces, over 4,000 artifacts. African art so sophisticated, British scholars declared it impossible. They wrote in journals, Africans lack the intelligence to create such work. Unknown? We know. The world just doesn't want to return what isn't theirs. The Italian Empire attempted to invade Ethiopia. They expected a quick victory. What they got was Adwa. The first major defeat of a European power by an African army in the modern era. Yet in classrooms across the world, Adwa is a footnote, or not mentioned at all, because colonialism needed a myth: Europe and superior, Africa and primitive. Adwa shattered that myth, so they hid the glass. When you erase a people's history, you erase their confidence. When you steal their inventions, you steal their future. When you control their narrative, you control their destiny. Phones, mathematics, medicine, navigation. Modern life owes debts most textbooks refuse to pay. This isn't reparations. This isn't guilt. This is recognition, reconciliation, reconstruction. Africa isn't rising. Africa is returning, not from nothing, but from erasure. They will call this video biased. They will call it propaganda. They will call it conspiracy. Good. Because if the truth isn't dangerous, it isn't truth. The world isn't built on what happened. It's built on what we're told happened. So tell someone, share this, break the silence, break the cycle, break the myth, like, subscribe, and ask the question they fear the most. What else did they hide?